Hello everybody and welcome to the 34th episode of the Mans Odyssey. I've got some good news and some bad news. The good news is I will be playing Europa League football next season. The bad news is how we're playing Europa League football next season. You just need to take a look and see for yourselves. The season concluded with us in 5th position. I mean, I was said I was going to be very upset if I declined, and that's exactly what's happened. We lost that critical position to Saint Etienne on the final few days, as we ended up doing worse than we did in last season. I cannot believe it, but I'm going to have to show you just how that's happened. You can see there our record is worse than from last season, so you just need to look for yourselves. I can't honestly believe it. Absolutely seething at rage and disappointment that we failed to win any of those last few games, and everything that could have gone against us went against us. So with a chance to get back on winning ways, we took the lead thanks to Abdelhakim Omrani. We had 5 players suspended this match, and the players responded well, but they got an equaliser in the 78th minute as I tried to get them to sit back, but it wasn't to be, and that was a regrettable result. But it happened. We needed to get something, but this was a disgrace. I mean, absolutely shocking. Like, these guys were relegated despite beating us anyway, so I don't know what happened. They just got one lucky break down the wing, crossed it in and scored. So my 4-3-1-2 tactic has been made null and void. I think the computer learned it just in time, and we got scripted out of it, as well as playing badly. Sorry, I just had to drink there. So we definitely got computer outsmarted, or whatever you want to call it. So we lost to the relegated team. We put nothing past Evian. But this game, I mean, for goodness sake, like, we got 3 players injured, like all bad injuries. Like, Omrani's out for 3 months. Then they score a stupid own goal. Like, have a look at this. If I can slow it down, absolutely ridiculous. And then when we equalise, they just score straight back. So it's like the curse of the San Marino Serie A. Like, I know I meant to finish that sometime, but it just felt exactly the same. And like, I know I could have been worse. I could have missed European football entirely, and I'm so fortunate that we're getting in, but we're in the playoffs. I don't know who we're going to play in the playoffs because we've no coefficients. So, oh, sugar, sorry. Oh, no, shit. Sorry. Oops. Right, all the awards. Yeah, we'll take a look at those awards in a sec, so maybe that's not all so bad. But I need to show you that goal in a moment. Just, my head is absolutely spinning after all these results. And then the last one you saw there is against Lyon. All we needed to do was match the results of Saint Etienne. We were behind them on goal difference, but when we were drawing, we did enough, and then we conceded a stupid goal, and then Saint Etienne equalised against Toulouse in the last minute. So it just wasn't to be. It really just wasn't, and we missed every chance of catching Toulouse because they lost a game when we played Bastia, and everything just went completely pear-shaped. But we'll just have to move on. We've got a good amount of prize money. We will have the chance to qualify for Europe, but I don't know how we're going to do. I'm really sorry about this screen. Pause. I usually press the space bar as a split-second reaction to moments. So there's also some transfer business I need to do. In the meantime, like, I don't give a damn about that reserves match anymore. It doesn't really matter one bit. So yeah, we'll take a look at those awards in a minute. Okay, let's try this again. This own goal, right? I swear to Jesus, it's one of those gravity or physics malfunctions in the match engine. I'll need to get it for you now. I was really gonna punch my monitor if I didn't have brittle knuckles. Okay, pause. Right, so here we go. It's cleared back into the box. We'll slow down. Let's just see. We'll slow down. Sissoko heads it back into the box. There's the header. We got 2 men around him. He beats him. It spins out. The man is pushed and it rolls into the bloody net. Like, I've never seen anything like that in my days. Just absolutely, it shouldn't have counted. Because of the, like, if that was real life, that would have been a foul. So, and then we gave a goal away just as Yaya Sanogo scored. And then Lyon finally kicked us when we're down. We had a man sent off, like Junior Tame, one of our great players, and then a terrible pass back by the keeper. He got the ball, he just passed it straight to Gunnalos, and he scored a soft goal. So it's all gone stupidly wrong at the last. And any result in that last series of games would have counted. Like, I know I said against the Lille we had to play for the win, but, you know, really disappointing. I'm actually going to talk to Sanogo now and try to convince him to leave, because he just hasn't done enough for me. 6 goals in 32 games is a very poor return, and he's not going to sign a frugal enough contract. Like, we'll just see what he wants. We can't even afford it now. We're kind of got more money. Like, we're gonna have to wait and see what we get. But we're gonna have a talk to him now, try and convince him to leave so we can keep his value, since he's gonna expire next season. So let's have a chat. We'll warn him just to say we're gonna. No, transfer list. Sorry. Right, he doesn't want to leave, so that's actually an unusual one. We'll just have to wait. Yeah, he's actually took his. Has he taken his? No, I'm not too sure. I'll leave that one till later. But anyway, let's just look at these awards before we go. Like, Shrivers had an absolute nightmare. He didn't score any goals since we last spoke. So Sissoko wins Player of the Year, blah blah blah. I wish he fecked off, I really did. Fellaini beats Sammartino to the award there. That's very unfortunate for Sammartino, as he was injured for most of the time. I'll just see what's happened to his statistics, because he's been injured. No, he's actually okay, but I'm not too sure if he could have another good season. So Robert wins that award. Yeah, so well done to Sammartino. He was actually in the first 11. Ayew was the African Player of the Year. Yeah, nothing we could have done there. Shivers was, you know, absolute brilliant, except in last end. So he gets 84,000 more euros thanks to that, and that's fair enough. He deserves it. So the Manager of the Year, I'm not in contention, which is a lot of BS, but I'll just vote win that in my own time. Yeah, I just cannot believe what's happened. Like, yeah, fuck that. Hiya Woodley. I'll speak to you after the vid, okay? Yeah, so we'll just have to see what our new budget is. We've got the Europa League football, which is what we are meant to do, but the way we've got it is an absolute shambles, and we'll just have to change our tactic, buy players specific for new roles, and hope for the best. So we'll see if I can cheer myself up and do the San Marino challenge to end that one like an honourable player, but I'm just really disappointed, and we'll just have to see how the Europa League goes, because if we don't qualify for that, we're not going to get our coefficients, and we're all going to be back to square one. So just really what could have been. Like, we conceded too many goals, that's the end of the story, and we're going to be losing these 2 players, of course, and we need to replace for the future. And of course those injuries were absolutely clinical. So yeah, finances, yeah, I've shown you them. There's not much else to say. Like the youth, I think our youth developments, like our youngest lads, wouldn't be particularly great now. If they're 1 or 2 maybe. Like this guy seems good. He came in this year, I think. Yeah, he just joined us this year, so good for him. I hope he grows. Like, it's just a bad year for new gens. Bisha seems okay. You never know. But we'll just have to consider Quentin Bernardo's future as well, because he's had some very poor games this season. Yeah, so if we compare it to last year, he was excellent. Like, look at that. If we had that last season, that would have been, like this season, I mean, that would have been perfect. But it went wrong at, some point. But some players did very well. Like Gintame went down a bit, and Ali Bamba needed more game time. Kempf was quite good when we could use them. Sonogo not good. Cisse okay. Apaya was alright. Dykes was okay. Abdelhakim Omrani wasn't great. He only scored the 1 goal all season. San Martiano was excellent, but we might need to consider a replacement since Harrison hasn't really stood up to the plate, as a matter of fact. Yeah, 4 assists, much better in the second half of the season, but yeah, like we'll just have to build. Like, we've got our place, and we'll just have to build. But I'm not going to live this one down for a long, long time. A really, really bad turn of luck, and just bad looks, just bad performances, and things not going our way just when we had things going our way not too long ago. So I'll stop the episode here, though. I hope you enjoyed season 5, which was looking good for a good while, but season 6 it's surely got to be better. We can improve, get the European football, and have a good time. So thank you very much for watching, and see you again soon. Goodbye.